the young and the restless spoilers. Oh my God, besties. Welcome back to the channel on this beautiful, completely unhinged Thursday. I am literally filming this while running errands because I just had to jump on here and vent before my head actually explodes from the tea. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. Put down your iced lattes, pull your car over to the side of the road, cancel your Zoom meetings, and lock your doors because I am literally shaking right now. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what just went down on our screens. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am genuinely unwell. Like I need a medical professional to check my vitals because what Victoria Newman and Kyle Abbott just did has sent me into a permanent state of shock. We all knew they were playing with fire, but bestie, they didn't just play with fire. They straight up poured gasoline all over Genoa City and lit a match. I am hyperventilating. I literally cannot even process the magnitude of this mess without feeling like I need to scream into a paper bag. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Because my brain is legit mush right now and I'm too hyped to stay on track. We need to talk about the absolute taboo, incestuous, adjacent, mind-boggling history here before we even get to the main event. Kyle Abbott was married to Summer Newman, who is Victoria's niece. Then Kyle was basically dating Claire Newman, who is Victoria's actual biological daughter. And now Kyle is hooking up with Victoria. Bestie, be for real right now. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. The family tree is no longer a tree. It is a straight up wreath of chaos, and I am spiraling over their choices. It's giving major I cannot even energy. And we are spilling all the tea right now because this is genuinely the most unhinged thing I have ever witnessed on television. So, let's set the scene for the absolute cinematic mayhem that just unfolded. Victoria and Kyle have been having these steamy, secret, completely inappropriate hookups right on the desk in Jack's Jabot office. Yes, Jack's office, which is honestly so unhinged, like the disrespect to the Jabot aesthetic alone. They are knocking over files, ruining important documents, and just genuinely ignoring the fact that anyone could walk in at any given moment. And don't even get me started on the vibes in that office. The lighting is always so aggressively corporate. I don't know how anyone finds that romantic. Like, is there a dimmer switch? I highly doubt it. But I digress. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. So Victoria has been feeling a little off lately, right? And we all know the universal soap opera rule. If a woman is nauseous for exactly 2 seconds, she is with child. I was mid skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when Victoria pulled out that pregnancy test. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because I knew exactly what was coming. The camera zooming in on her face, the dramatic pauses, the sheer existential dread washing over her features. It was a high-octane psychological masterpiece. 2 pink lines. Victoria Newman is pregnant with Kyle Abbott's baby. I am screaming into a pillow. I legit had to pause the episode and just stare at my wall for 10 minutes because my brain could not compute the data it was receiving. Let's dissect the absolute chaos of Victoria's psyche right now. She is Victor Newman's daughter. She knows exactly what her father is capable of. Victor literally just orchestrated a whole kidnapping plot that almost got Jack killed, and he hates the Abbotts with the fire of 1,000 suns. Victoria standing in that bathroom, clutching the test, realizing she is carrying the spawn of her father's mortal enemy. She is spiraling, and honestly, I am spiraling with her. The stakes are astronomical. This isn't just a baby. This is a biological declaration of war between the Newmans and the Abbotts. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on. And we have to talk about Victoria's history for a second because it basically explains this entire disaster. She has this weird, undeniable gravitational pull toward Abbott men. Remember her whole chaotic saga with Billy Abbott? She is straight up addicted to the danger of crossing her father. It's like she subconsciously wants to detonate her meticulously crafted Ice Queen persona by doing the one thing Victor explicitly forbids. But getting pregnant by Kyle, the man who was literally just kissing her daughter, that is a level of psychological self-sabotage that needs to be studied in a lab. I am genuinely fascinated and horrified all at once. So Victoria has to tell Kyle she is pacing, she is sweating, she is basically having a full-blown panic attack. She finally corners him and she drops the bomb. And you guys, Kyle's reaction is what genuinely sent me over the edge into the abyss. I expected him to panic. I expected him to realize that Victor Newman is going to turn him into a literal human pretzel. But no, Kyle Abbott, in all his delusional, arrogant glory, is thrilled. He is ecstatic. He is straight up smiling like he just won the lottery. I was clutching my chest because I could not believe what I was hearing. Kyle literally looks at Victoria and says this baby is going to be a bridge of peace between the two families. A bridge of peace? Bestie. Be for real right now. I am literally hyperventilating right now because the sheer audacity of this man is baffling. He genuinely believes that Victor Newman and Jack Abbott are going to look at this infant and suddenly decide to hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and braid each other's hair. Kyle is so deeply unserious. He is living in a Disney Channel original movie while the rest of us are watching a psychological thriller. Let's deep dive into Kyle's unhinged mindset for a second. He has been acting so reckless ever since Jack was stabbed and Diane was kidnapped. He's trauma bonding with Victoria, and his ego is massively inflated. He thinks he's this untouchable rogue who can tame the CEO of Newman Enterprise. He has major mommy issues, major daddy issues, and this twisted need to prove that he is a grown man who makes his own rules. But to think a baby will solve a 50-year blood feud, that is straight up delusional. I'm calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear because Kyle is poking a bear that has already proven it will maul him. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the way the secret comes out to Jack is absolute peak cinema. Victoria and Kyle are whispering about their little miracle peace baby, and they aren't exactly being subtle. Enter Jack Abbott. Jack, who is already exhausted, traumatized, and dealing with Billy trying to steal Chancellor Industries. Jack, who has zero patience left for anyone's nonsense, he finds out, and the realization hits him like a freight train loaded with anvils. You can literally see the exact moment Jack's soul leaves his body and is replaced by pure, unadulterated hellfire. The confrontation happens in the Jabbo lobby. And let me just veer off into a completely random tangent for a second. Why does everything dramatic happen in that lobby? The acoustics are amazing, sure, but the marble floors are so shiny, I'm always distracted wondering who buffs them. Like, does Jabbo have a dedicated floor buffing team on standby 24/7? And the ambient lighting is always hitting their cheekbones perfectly, even when they are destroying each other's lives. Anyway, snapping back to the tea, Jack marches into that lobby, and the temperature in the room literally drops to absolute zero. Jack Abbott explodes I have never seen this man so furious in my entire life, and I have been watching him yell at Victor for decades. He is screaming at the top of his lungs. His face is red. The veins in his neck are popping out like they are trying to escape his skin. He looks at Kyle like he doesn't even recognize his own son. And he looks at Victoria with pure, unadulterated disgust. It was a 10/10 cinematic drama moment, and my brain is still visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of the dialogue. He is tearing them apart, syllable by syllable, and I am sitting on my couch, literally eating popcorn and gasping for air. You have to understand where Jack is coming from, even if he is acting completely unhinged. Jack is suffering from massive PTSD. Victor Newman literally just kidnapped him and almost got him killed. Jack's entire life has been a series of traumas inflicted by the Newman family. So seeing his son, his flesh and blood, not only sleeping with Victor's daughter, but impregnating her, it triggers every single defense mechanism in Jack's body. He isn't just mad. He is fighting for the survival of his family's legacy. He views Victoria as a biological weapon that Victor has planted in his camp. It's Shakespearean, honestly. Jack straight up tells Victoria that she needs to pack her bags and get out of the Abbott mansion immediately. He kicks her out. He doesn't care that she's pregnant. He doesn't care about Kyle's Bridge of Peace nonsense. He doesn't care about her hormones. He is evicting a pregnant Newman from his premises with zero chill. The disrespect, the absolute mayhem. I was clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. Jack is not playing around. He is drawing a massive, impenetrable line in the sand, and he is daring anyone to cross it. And then Jack turns to Kyle and delivers the most devastating monologue. He vows, like literally swears on his life and his father's grave, that he will use every ounce of his wealth, power, and influence to stop any wedding from happening between them. He tells Kyle that he is a disgrace for sleeping with the enemy, let alone the mother of the girl he was just dating. Jack is dragging them both like they're his most problematic friends, and honestly, I am totally living for it. Jack is officially the only person making sense right now, even if his delivery is at a volume that could shatter glass. But wait, here's the line that actually ended me. Jack screams that Newman blood will never be allowed to mix into the Abbott family tree ever again, which is honestly so unhinged because, hello, bestie, did you forget about your own family? Abby Newman Abbott Chancellor exists. Jack's own sister, Ashley, had a baby with Victor. The hypocrisy is genuinely astounding. But Jack is so blinded by his hatred for Victor right now that he doesn't even care about logic or family history. He is just spewing venom, and I am eating up every single second of it because it is so incredibly messy. Can we just talk about how this specific betrayal personally attacked my soul? I have been rooting for the Abbott family to just find some peace, to heal from the kidnapping, to figure out their corporate drama, and now Kyle goes and impregnates the enemy. I am physically pained. My chest hurts. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. Like, how are we supposed to move forward from this? The Abbott family is completely fractured, and Jack is ready to disown his own son over this baby. It is a total emotional train wreck, and I cannot look away. And don't even get me started on the vibes when Victor finds out, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because if Jack reacted this badly, Victor is going to literally hire mercenaries. Victor just renewed his vows with Nikki. He's trying to play the doting husband, but the second he hears that Kyle Abbott got his precious Victoria pregnant, oh, it's over. The city of Genoa is going to burn to the ground. Victor will probably try to buy the baby or launch Kyle into outer space or buy Jabbo just to fire Kyle from his own family company. The possibilities for destruction are endless. I'm literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about the fallout. The stakes are so high. My grip on reality is slipping. I need to go lie down in a dark room with a cold compress and process this mess, but I'll be back the second Victor finds out. Besties, stay safe out there in these chaotic soap streets because the Newman-Abbott war just went nuclear. The Bridge of Peace is currently on fire, and we are front row for the absolute apocalypse. See you in the next update, if I survive this.